Oh man. Okay. So let's get going. Let's get going. It's Marsha's not up, so we're starting today off really good.
And you took him to some restaurant for dinner?
Yes, to Louise's.
All right, and that's Louise's located where?
It's on San Vicente. I don't know what the little side street is. It's right across from Toscana.
All right, now with regard to the times that evening, what time did you finish dinner at Louise's, if you know, and what time did you arrive back home?
We finished dinner sometime around close to 9:30 and got home just a couple minutes after. It only takes about 3 minutes.
You get home from Louise's?
Yes.
All right, what street is Louise's on, if you recall?
It is on San Vicente Boulevard.
All right. Now, you then returned home. Did you return home in the company of anyone else?
Yes.
And who was that?
My girlfriend was over, Judy T. Lander. She had joined us for dinner. She'd been over all day.
So how many people went to dinner? 4?
4.
There's Judy T. Lander, yourself, your mom, and
And her husband, Nick.
Nick. All right. Now, at some point after you returned home from dinner with Judy T. Lander, did your mom and Nick have occasion to leave your residence from the 900 block of South Bundy?
Yes, they did.
Can you tell the jury and the court and jury about what time they left your residence that evening?
When we came back, they just came in for about 5 minutes, so it was around 9:45 to 10 to 10.
And they were going someplace at that time?
They were staying at my sister's house in Torrance, so they were driving back to her home.
Okay. Now, after they left, did you have occasion to see what time it was after that as you looked toward obtaining some messages from your machine?
I did look at the clock because my girlfriend had been over all day using my computer.
And again, now what girlfriend are we talking about?
Judy T. Lander.
Okay. What time was that you looked at the clock?
10:18.
All right. And are you sure it was that time?
I am a stickler with time. I don't go anywhere without 2 watches when it's important.
For the record, you have 2 watches on today?
Yeah, my running watch, which is very accurate, and my other watch, which isn't.
All right. So you keep 2 watches at all times?
Well, not at all times, but when it's real important.
All right. Appreciate you being on time here today.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, you were about to tell us that your friend Judy T. Lander had been over pretty much all day using your computer, and so you had occasion to look at a clock or something to determine the time, and it was 10:18.
Yes.
Okay, what happened at 10:18, please?
Well, Judy had been over all day, and I noticed the digital time. I said to her, Judy, it's 10:18. You've been here all day, and I'm going out of town in a couple days. You're going to have to leave. So
Well, you said, let's see now. You said that she's a friend, right?
she's a friend.
So you said that in a nice way,
In
right?
a nice way.
All right. So you said that you have to leave, or it's time to go home, right?
Yeah, it was time to go home, and I said, let's just print out your report, and you can look at it tomorrow, and any changes I'd be happy to make tomorrow.
All right.
But I had things I had to get done.
Okay, I understand. Did you at that time assist her and print out anything for her before she left?
Yes.
What did you print out for Judy T. Lander?
I printed out a letter that she had been working on all day, and actually it's 2 pages and then about 2 lines on the 3rd page. And I printed out 2 copies. I wasn't sure if it was 1 or 2. I think it was 2.
All right. Did you give that to her?
Yes, I did.
All right. And so you parted company at about what time?
10:21.
All right. And again, you're pretty sure about that time?
Well, I retimed everything. My little speech to her took about 45 seconds, and the printing out was 1 minute and 25 seconds for each 3-page copy. So that's right about 3 minutes.
All right. So after the fact, you went back and redid these things yourself. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Means yes?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So how did you escort her out or tell us what you did when Judy T. Lander was leaving?
Whenever my girlfriends leave my home, I always turn off the porch light, stand on the porch, watch them until they get in their car and take off, and then I make them call me when they get home, just so I know they're safe.
All right.
And I did exactly that.
All right. With regard, let's back up for a moment. When your mom and Nick left, did you see them outside also?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did you make arrangements also for your mom to call when she got home?
I didn't ask my mother to call.
All right.
I told her I'd call her later.
But you made arrangements for Judy T. Lander
Yes.
to call. Now, when you walked out and you're on the porch with Judy T. Lander, can you describe for the jury the condition of Bundy Drive that particular night, that Sunday evening?
That Sunday evening, it was exceptionally quiet. As long as I've lived in that home, I never remember a night when it was absolutely still. There wasn't a sound to be heard.
All right, now, and what time is this that it's exceptionally quiet?
It was about, Judy and I were outside talking, probably between 10:21 and about 10:25.
During that time, you're out on your porch, is that correct?
Yes,
And how long had you lived at that location at that point?
4 years.
So in the 4 years you lived there, you'd never heard Bundy so quiet as that night?
Yes.
So that we're clear, I want to show you People's 26 for identification. I might approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
And I'm going to give you a pointer and ask if you would familiarize yourself. You've seen this diagram before, have you not?
Yes.
And I want to indicate to you, counsel, that the red here is the Nicole Brown condo, Nicole Brown Simpson condo. And I want you to look, this is Dorothy, and this would be Darlington. And I'd like for you to point and show the jury where you lived approximately.
Right in the middle of this block.
All right? So,
On the east side.
all right, Your Honor, for the record of People's 26, Ms. Pilnack is indicating for the record she lives between Dorothy and Darlington on the east side of Bundy. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so that we're clear, have you had occasion to measure the distance from the corner there of Dorothy to your residence? You know, generally?
It's about 75 yards.
All right. So you know generally where you are at that location?
I'm a distance runner.
Okay, so you're on the east side of the street, right?
Yes.
Okay, so your porch is there where you and Judy T-Lander stood before she left, is that correct?
Yes.
And at that time, it was about 10:25 p.m. on June 12th, 1994, right?
Yes.
And it's quieter than you could ever remember it, is that correct?
Yes.
So she is half a block, half a block, half a block. Okay. Everybody picture your street. Go half a block, go half a block, go half a block. Now, if you're on your porch, can you hear if there's something happening over there? No, absolutely not. I mean, if you're screaming, you might be able to hear a scream, but it would be far. I mean, come on.
You remember seeing any people walking around at that point?
No.
Seeing people walking? Do you remember seeing anybody walking dogs at that point?
No.
Do you remember hearing any dogs barking at that point at 10:25?
No.
All right, now, after you saw Judy T-Lander off, did you have occasion to come back in and do something at that time, at about 10:25 p.m.?
The minute Judy left, I picked up the telephone and called my mother to make
And-
sure she got home safely.
Now, your mother had left, I recall, at about 9:45 or 9:50?
Yes.
And she had to go to Gardena or Torrance or something?
Excuse me, just a second. Ms. Billman, if you would you allow the attorney to finish asking you the question completely before you start to answer? The court reporter can only take down one person at a
Yes.
time. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Mr. Cochran?
So let me just, I'll try to be straight, Your Honor. As I understood your testimony, your mom and Nick had left at something like 9:45 to 9:50, is that correct?
Yes.
And after Judy T-Lander left, you then called your mom at some location, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and what time was it that you called your mother?
10:25.
And you have provided us with a phone bill, which I'd like to show the counsel. Mark is our next exhibit. Counsel has it, Your Honor. May I mark this as the defendant's next in order, Your Honor?
1237.
We'll mark this defendant's exhibit 1237. And I want to approach you, Ms. Pilnack, and I want to ask you what defendant's 1237 is. Will you look at that, please?
Yes.
Okay, tell the jury what that is.
That's my phone bill.
All right, that's your phone bill. And what's the date of that phone bill?
The date of the phone bill, well, the bill date is July 10th, but it includes calls from June 10th through June 15th on this page.
You have a phone call about June 12th, 1994 at about 10:25 p.m.?
Yes, I do.
Where is that call to?
It's to my sister's house.
Is that where your mom was?
Yes.
Did you connect with your mom and she made it?
Yes, I did.
And so this phone bill indicates the time that you call your mother at 10:25 p.m. It says Gardena on it with a phone number. Is that correct?
Yes.
You talked to her for about 3 minutes, did you?
Yes.
All right. Now I'm not going to put this on the Elmo, Your Honor, because I don't want to block out all these numbers. If this is an accurate copy of your phone bill that you received after June 12th, 1994, is that right?
Yes.
The one you got on July 10th.
Yes.
Okay, is that right? So that reflects the fact that for about 3 minutes, is that accurate, that you talked to your mom? Well, let me rephrase that, Your Honor. Look at that phone bill and tell us how long you talked at 10:25 on the phone.
3 minutes.
Is that about accurate?
Yes.
All right. And after that, now that was make it about 10:28, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and tell us then what happened after you placed this phone call to your mother.
Well, actually, while I was speaking with my mother, it was a portable phone. I washed 4 glasses and put them away, crystal glasses, and I washed my face, brushed my teeth, flossed, and then I went into the kitchen to bring a bunch of newspapers and reading material into my bedroom, and put those in the bedroom, and then I went back into the bathroom.
All right, now, these, you have a habit about collecting reading materials and keeping papers till you throw them away?
I don't throw anything away until I read it.
All right, so you collected up, what did you do? You collected up a number of papers and things?
Yes,
All right. And ultimately, you took those things and gathered them up, and you took them someplace in your house?
yes, into my bedroom, 'cause I,
Up to that time, ma'am, up to the time that you picked these newspapers up and you brushed your teeth and flossed and everything, had you heard any loud dogs barking at that time?
no.
Was it still very quiet out?
I wasn't outside, but I didn't hear any noises from outside.
You couldn't hear anything from inside, is that correct?
Correct.
And when you had been out on your porch, and Judy Thielander had left, had it been very, very quiet?
Extremely quiet.
All right. Now, at some point thereafter, did you hear a dog or dogs start barking?
When I went back into the bathroom, I was drying my hands, and I heard a dog barking.
All right. And to the best of your recollection, what time was that you heard this dog barking at that point? Your best recollection?
About 10:35.
All right. As you can tell, that was the earliest it was?
It could be 10:33, because I've retimed those activities.
All right. Between 10:33, 10:35, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And you never came outside to check that dog, did you?
No.
All right. You just heard the dog barking?
Yes.
And did you hear this sound of barking? Did it continue for a period of time?
It continued for a long time.
All right. Do you recall what time you went to sleep that night?
Yes.
What time did you approximately fall off to sleep?
Well, I closed the lights off at 12:30
All right.
a.m.
You closed the lights off at 12:30. How soon after that did you go to sleep, if you know?
Probably right afterward.
All right. And at some point, did this dog stop barking?
Yes.
All right. Were you able to tell whether or not during that time frame of about 10:35 till you turned the lights off at 12:30, you ever heard more than one dog barking?
I'm not sure. I heard one continuous bark for a very long time.
All right. You can't tell us whether or not there was one dog or a different dog or whatever, but you heard a continuous bark. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And so when you finally got ready to fall asleep, did the barking stop at some point?
The barking had stopped.
All right. And that would have been at about 12:30, the barking stopped?
No, it had stopped before then.
Okay. Do you know when it had stopped approximately?
Approximately, it was a long time. I would have guessed that from the time it started barking, it had to be 45 minutes or so. But I don't know
All right,
precisely.
You didn't write anything down about that?
No, that
All
I
right.
didn't.
Now, with regard to the time of 10:15, which time you've indicated you were still in your house, did you hear a dog barking at all at that time?
No.
When you came out on that porch with Judy Thielander, and that was, I think you told us, between 10:21 and 10:25, you didn't hear any dogs barking at that time, did you?
No, we commented on how quiet it was.
And when you say we, you're talking about you and
Judy
Thielander.
and I commented.
Now, in connection with this, do you know and are you acquainted with a man by the name of Pablo Fenves?
Yes, I am.
And how do you know who he is?
He's another San Vicente runner.
All right, he's the person who runs in that general area
Yes.
up there? And did you have occasion to see him a short time after he testified in this trial, in this case?
I saw him the following day after the preliminary hearing.
All right, had he testified at the preliminary hearing?
Yes.
And with regard to his testimony, did you have a conversation with him?
Yes, I did.
Did that conversation concern the time that the dog started barking on that particular night?
Yes.
Did you tell him that the dogs... Well, I haven't finished the question yet.
Sustain. The way it's phrased.
All right, let me see if I can phrase it another way. Did you have occasion to discuss with him the time that you heard the dogs start barking that night, or the dog started barking that night? Oh,
Yes.
all right. And what did you tell him in that regard? State of mind.
Sustain.
State of mind.
Sustain. It's irrelevant.
All right. With regard to, did you heard his testimony at the preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Did you agree with him as to what time the dog started barking that night?
No.
Overruled.
Can I get your answer yet?
She said no.
And did you talk to him about that?
Yes.
And where did that conversation take place?
In front of his condominium. I was coming back from a run.
And how long did that conversation last?
Probably about 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes.
And did he participate in the conversation at all?
Yes.
When's the last time you saw Mr. Pablo Fendes?
This morning at 8:06 a.m.
Did you have occasion at that time to talk about the same subject again, just generally?
Yes.
About the time the dogs started barking back then?
Yes.
Does anything he said to you at any time change your mind as to what time you heard the dogs start barking?
No.
Overruled.
Now, Ms. Pilnack, at some time on June 13th, which I believe was a Monday, did you have occasion to go running on that Monday morning?
Yes.
And was that your regular Monday morning run?
Yes.
And you have some records today that you can show us what time you left home to go running that day also?
I usually, well, I have a phone bill, but I usually meet someone at a certain time and we have a
What time?
specific run. Usually about 8:30.
All right. And on that date, have you looked at some records that you had to determine whether or not you got a call right before you started to run?
Yes.
All right. And after that, after the phone call, you then went out running?
Yes, I did.
Overruled.
All right.
It's
Now-
foundational at this point.
Foundation, that's right, Your Honor. When you came out of the house on that Monday morning, did you see anything unusual in and about Bundy in that location?
Yes, there was yellow tape all around the crime area.
All right? And what time was that you made that observation?
Right about 8:30.
Had you been aware of anything prior to that time at all?
No.
And when you saw this yellow tape, you didn't have any idea of what had happened, what had taken place, did you?
No.
Did you then go on a run?
I did, but after I asked about what was happening in the neighborhood.
You inquired about what was going on, right?
Yes.
All right. And did you ascertain or find out that there had been some murders in your neighborhood?
Yes. I was told there was a double homicide.
At that time, you didn't know who was involved, did you?
No.
You then went on your run?
Yes.
And at some point, you returned and came back from your run, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you recall approximately what time it was that you got back?
Probably about 10 o'clock, or a little bit before 10.
All right. And after you got back home, after about a little before 10 o'clock on the Monday morning, June 13th, did you have occasion to talk to one or two police officers at some point?
Yes.
And at that time, did you become aware of who one of the victims was of the homicide?
It was prior
All right,
to them coming over.
Before that.
Yes.
And you became aware that Miss Nicole Brown Simpson was one of the victims?
Yes.
And that was very upsetting to you, was it not?
Very upsetting.
And when you talked to the police, did they come to your home?
Yes.
And it was a short time after you returned from your run and after you found out that Nicole Brown Simpson had been one of the victims of the homicide, is that right?
Yes.
When you talked to the police officer, did you indicate to them the approximate time that you thought the dogs had started barking the night before?
Sounds awfully leading to me.
Okay, let me see if I can restate it. When you talked to the police, do you talk at all about dogs barking?
Yes.
Do you recall what you said at that time to the police, if anything?
Well, because of what had happened, I was in shock, and they asked me about what time I thought I heard the dogs bark, and I remember saying something around 11:30.
All right, was that accurate?
No.
All right, did you at some time later determine that wasn't accurate?
Yes, later that day.
All right, and how'd you make that determination?
Well, I just thought back about the events of the night, what had happened, and it was very easy to figure, exactly what time I heard the dogs barking.
So before that date was out, before June 13th, 1994, were you aware that 11:30 was not a correct time?
Yes.
Now, after that, of course, you got your phone bill and various other things happened, is that correct?
Yes.
Sustained.
Foundation. At some point later in time, did you ever at any point send a correcting fax or letter to any detectives in this case?
Yes, I did.
And when you did that, when was that approximately? Was that do you know when that was?
It was the day the trial began.
All right, the day this trial began, is that
Yes.
correct? And at that time, you sent, what'd you do?
I called the district attorney's office, and I believe I ended up speaking with Detective Van Adder
All right.
after making several calls, just to get to the right person.
All right, and after you talked to Detective Van Adder, did you,
I faxed him an itinerary of that day.
all right, you faxed him an itinerary of everything you did that day?
Yes.
The date of June 12th, 1994?
Yes.
Spelling out all the things we've talked about here and some others that we haven't talked about?
Yes.
And did you tell him at that time what times the dog had started barking on June 12th in the evening hours?
Yes, I did.
And what time was that, Ms. Polnack?
About 10:35.
Are you sure about that?
Again, it could be between 10:33 and 10:35. Yes.
You're sure about that?
Yes.
All right, back on the record in the Simpson matter, the defendant's again present with his counsel, Mr. Cochran, Mr. Shapiro, Mr. Bailey, people represented by Mr. Darden, Mr. Gordon, and Ms. Lewis. And I see we also have Ms. Hamburger on behalf of Marguerite Thomas. All right, good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe Ms. Thomas's counsel is here as a result of being ordered back after the body attachment issued and so forth. It's our decision not to call Marguerite Simpson to testify. So I don't know if the defense wants her ordered back for their case or not.
Well, if we want her, we'll make arrangements to get her out.
All right, then the body attachment will be recalled and quashed, and Ms. Hamburger, thank you, and you and your client are free to leave.
Thank
All
you, Your
right,
Honor.
thank you.
All right. Also, Your Honor, this morning I filed 2 motions in limine to preclude certain testimony. One of them deals with
Excuse me, is there something funny? Thank you.
One of them deals with Christian Reichart, who I heard Mr. Cochran indicate he had asked to come back this afternoon. Obviously, I've filed and served these this morning. Does the court want to give an indication? Let me let you know what the other brief is. The other one has to do with a witness called Lori Minzioni, who had a telephone conversation with a defendant in Chicago. The motion in limine is to preclude her testifying to that conversation for insufficient foundation and hearsay reasons. She is sort of toward the end of the list of 9 or 10 witnesses I believe they gave us yesterday, so may, I guess, possibly hit the witness stand late today at the rate the witnesses are moving along. Perhaps the defense can give us a better indication of when they expect she would hit the witness stand. Lori Minzioni.
All right, so I take you're filing 2 motions in limine to preclude certain testimony.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Cochran?
Your Honor, first of all, I haven't seen motions thus far, and I just received them. But Ms. Minzioni, as far as I know, arrived here late last night from Chicago. She is here, and at the rate we're proceeding, we could possibly get to her today or this evening or tomorrow morning, the earliest. Mr. Reichart, Dr. Reichart, rather, was here yesterday. I asked him to be ordered back today. We have a number of witnesses today, so it just depends on this. But obviously, I'm going to ask the court to allow us to have until 1:30 again today because I've got witnesses even coming in over the lunch hour to keep the pace up. And, I'll get a chance to review this. I haven't had a chance to even look at this, and I've got a witness on the stand now, so we'll look at it. And once I determine what these areas are, we'll just refrain from going into them until we can work that out. But I don't want to hold up witnesses who have flown in from Chicago. I'd like to put on all the witnesses where there's no controversy. If there's no controversy regarding a witness, put them at the end of the day or do it the next day if possible. And I'm sure, I got a lot of calls last night. I'm sure the court was kidding about the pace because I was rather breakneck yesterday. We'll try to do that also.
The court reporters told me that they thought that comment was serious,
They thought you were serious?
and they were going to make arrangements to have transportation available for them sometime 8 or 9 o'clock tonight.
Is that right? Well, we thought you were kidding because I'm sure Your Honor was impressed with the speed at which we proceeded yesterday. But we'll still do what we have to do.
No, I do expect us to keep up, however, a good pace.
Right. We expect to. After this is our idea, Your Honor, so we want to
Counsel, believe me, I appreciate that for every hour of presentation in the courtroom, there's probably 100 hours in preparation.
Right, stuff. And, as the court could appreciate, we were up till 11, 12 o'clock last night. Mr. Douglas was this morning seeing witnesses who flew in from Chicago. It was too late to even talk to last night, so you can understand that. But we'll do it. And for Ms. Lewis, I haven't seen these yet, but are you going to argue these?
Yes.
All right, well, then we'll chat about those after the noon hour.
Would you expect to be at 1 or 1:30 or?
1:30 at this point. Sure.
I just informed the people of a witness who called me late last night who had relevant testimony, it appears, on the time of the barking dog or dogs. I have asked that witness to come to court this morning. I will make that witness available to the prosecution as that witness will be available to us. And we'd like to keep this case going, keep this case in order. And this witness just came to our attention at about 10 o'clock last evening. I have given the people her name and will make her available to them immediately.
All right.
I don't mind this witness testifying tomorrow. I had a chance to talk to her, but I think to just give me a name, one which I can't read completely, by the way. 2 minutes ago it was...
No, Mr. Darden, this is just Mr. Shapiro putting on the record that he's given you the information. We're all aware of it. I'll give you reasonable time to interview this person.
If I could also have her address and...
I don't have her address. She's coming down.
And the correct spelling of her...
I've never
If
met
the
her.
witness is going to be here this morning, however, she'll be available to be interviewed by either yourself or one of your investigators, one of your colleagues.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right.
Oh,
All right, let's have the
Nan.
jurors, please.
Nan. Go get a Baconator today.
Yes, sir.
If it please the court, yesterday you heard a reference to a witness, Lang, and you heard a reference to a white truck in the cross-examination of Francesca Harmon by Mr. Darden. I discovered yesterday, for the first time, since we have been working with Mr. Lang, that a tape recording of his observations that night was made almost immediately after the events and turned over to the prosecution many months ago, together with a sketch of what he saw. And he says that at 10 o'clock at night, he saw a large white truck, somebody in the truck, a blonde woman he now recognizes as Nicole Brown Simpson, discoursing with the person in the truck, and someone standing near the entrance to her gate in a menacing posture of Caucasian or Asian descent. Now, I think it an absolute outrage that this clearly exculpatory evidence, putting her in the company of someone else who could possibly have figured into these murders, has not been turned over to the defense. And I ask that you order that it be turned over forthwith, and that we find out why it wasn't.
To have at least
Meanwhile, I'll inform the
once,
court
maybe.
that Mr. Lang's
No,
lawyer
it's a
is having the
burger.
tape transcribed by his secretary, and I'll make it available to the court as soon as I get it.
Mr. Darden, what about this?
Who are we talking about, Heistra or
Lang.
Lang? Ms. Clark's with me, Sean.
Do you know any?
I haven't heard the tape of Mr. Lang.
What about the sketch?
Do you know anything about a sketch?
No, not the
All right. Well, when Ms. Clark arrives and we're in a break, we'll find out.
I'm sure Mr. Darden will convey.
Gorging is the right word.
Mr. Douglas? Excuse me, Mr. Darden. Direct your comments to the court, not the council. Mr. Douglas.
May it please the Court, Your Honor. I want to simply put on the record that this morning I have given Mr. Darden a packet of 13 x-rays of Mr. Simpson, which we intend to use with Dr. Maltz, who will testify probably next Monday. I'm also handing to Mr. Darden reports that were faxed to his office last night, a 2-page report from Herbert McDonald, as well as a 2-page report by Dr. William Martell, which Dr. Maltz used and will perhaps refer to during the course of Dr. Maltz's testimony.
This is as to the arthritic condition.
Correct. Martell is a radiologist about the x-rays.
Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor, for purposes of scheduling, I have a witness on a tight schedule. Will you start again at 1 or 1:30, as Mr. Cochran requested?
Mr. Cochran requested 1:30.
Is that acceptable to the court?
It is.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Side of the jury.
Yeah, and I think it's not my favorite, but I'm gonna have one too. Me and you are gonna be eating the same lunch today. I'm not getting the Baconator triple. No, absolutely not. I might get the Baconator Junior, but it's not the same as the Baconator. It's just not. Yeah, and for your first time, don't get the Junior. It's just not the same. I love bacon, though. I remember an ex I had just chili. They're chili. He always wanted their
Let the record
chili.
reflect that we've
I
been
didn't
joined by
like
all
it.
members of our jury panel. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you again. All right, Mr. Robert
Baconator
Heistra, will you
incense.
resume the witness stand, please?
Oh, that would be cool.
All right, good morning, Mr. Heistra.
Good morning.
Mr. Heistra, you were reminded, sir, that you are still under oath, and would you pull the microphone close to you, please? Thank you. Mr. Cochran.
Certainly, Your Honor.
This is not allowed.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And good morning, Mr. Heistra.
Good morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Heistra, yesterday, at the end of the day, we had been discussing your observations on the evening of June 12th, 1994, the Sunday. And I think we had concluded talking about the meeting that you'd had.
Excuse me just a second. David McNair, one of our
Yep, just a
jurors,
regular
needs to
Baconator.
All right, proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe we had discussed the time that you came down for the meeting in this building with Ms. Clark and Mr. Hodgman and Detective Payne. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And after that particular conversation with those, the two deputy district attorneys and with the police officer, did you have occasion to talk to any other police officers after that conversation?
No.
All right. Did you have occasion to meet with a lawyer on the prosecution team this year, during 1995?
No, sir.
You didn't meet with Mr. Christopher Darden?
Later on, yes, later.
All right. And when was that?
It was on Memorial Day.
Memorial Day of this year?
Yeah,
That's of 1995?
exactly.
And when we talk about Mr. Darden, you mean the gentleman here in the middle, Mr.
That's
Darden?
it? Yes.
All right, and was Mr. Darden in the company of anyone else?
Two
Came out to
detectives.
see you?
Two detectives.
And do you presently recall the names of either of those detectives who were with Mr. Darden?
One name was Stevens.
Mike Stevens, kind of a large
Yeah,
gentleman?
yeah, right.
All right, do you remember the name of any of the other gentlemen?
No.
If it was a gentleman?
No.
All right. How was this meeting arranged on Memorial Day or thereabouts involving Mr. Darden, Mr. Stevens, and this other individual?
They called me at 8 o'clock in the morning
And where did they call you, sir?
at home.
At your residence there on
Yeah.
Dorothy?
Yes.
And you had a conversation with him?
Yeah, they told me they wanted to meet me.
Yes, well, Mr. Darden, if you can make an objection, you'll need to stand so I can see that you're making an objection. Sustained.
Thank you. With regard
Also,
to...
Mr. Heister, would you allow Mr. Cochran to finish asking the question before you start your answer?
yes, okay.
All right.
Thank you. Now, the question was, you had a conversation, without telling us what it was, you had a conversation with somebody from the DA's office, is that right?
Yes.
And that was about 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
And after that conversation, did the three gentlemen that you've spoken about show up at where you live?
At 10 o'clock, yes.
All right. Was that the time you agreed upon?
Yes.
All right. And they came out to Dorothy, is that correct?
Right.
And so that we're clear, that was in the month of, toward the end of May of 1995, is that correct?
Right.
All right. And once they got to your particular residence, you had never met Mr. Darden before, had you?
No.
Did you have a conversation with these three individuals at that point?
Oh, yes. Yes.
All right. And did you invite them into your house, or did you go someplace?
No, I said I have my dogs have a small apartment, so we went outside
All right.
for a walk.
All right. And was it your idea to go for a walk?
Yeah, I said let's go around the block.
All right. And did you walk around the block?
We did.
All right. And did you accompanied by, you didn't take your dogs with you this time, did you?
One dog I took with me.
Which dog did you take?
The younger dog.
Okay. By the way, with the court's indulgence, with regard to those dogs, I don't have a dog fixation, but there's some merit here, Your Honor. With regard to those dogs, will you tell us how old are those two dogs?
We heard this yesterday.
I'm not sure of the one dog I
We
didn't
heard
age.
that one was 14.
Not the other one, I don't think, though.
All right.
Bear with me.
Proceed.
Bear with me. The one dog, how old is the oldest dog?
He's about 14 now.
And how old is the youngest dog?
11 now, I guess.
So the youngest dog is 11?
Yeah, 10,
All right.
11.
And does the oldest dog suffer with some kind of an ailment?
Oh, yes, arthritis in the back legs.
His what?
Arthritis.
Okay. And how does that affect his ability to walk when you go out with him? Actually irrelevant. That's very relevant.
Oral.
How does,
He can walk very slowly, very slow, very slow.
does that affect the time it takes you to complete your walk?
Oh, sure.
All right. Now, so you took one of the dogs with you, I presume the younger one that morning?
Right.
Okay. And you had a conversation with these three gentlemen?
Yes.
As you walked, did you show them anything, or you just talked?
No, we were just talking about. They asked me questions. And,
All right. And you responded to their questions?
yes,
And did Mr. Darden ask you some questions?
he did.
What did Mr. Darden ask you? I think I can look it up here. All right. What did Mr. Darden ask you?
Oh, what kind of work I did and if I was legal here in this little country.
He asked if you were legal?
Yeah,
You are a legal citizen, aren't you?
sure.
And what else did he ask you?
Sustained.
Well, how were you treated by Mr. Darden and these men who came out to see
Don't
you?
listen to Zach, guys.
cool.
Go
Pretty,
here.
Not very.
Sustained. It's irrelevant.
Go here when we're done.
It's irrelevant.
The conversation, can you describe for us the tone of the conversation between these three men as they asked you questions, specifically Mr. Darden?
Not very friendly.
And did you try to respond to them as they talked to you?
Sure,
Did you try to be friendly and cooperative?
sure.
Did Mr. Darden's tone towards you ever become friendly at any time in the conversation?
Not really.
I'm going to sustain the objection to that particular question,
All right, I'll ask another
but
one.
we've established the tone.
Okay. Well, thank you. Did that tone remain the same throughout?
Exactly.
Unfriendly tone?
Exactly.
All right. How long were you with these three men on that date of Memorial Day of 1995?
About 25 minutes, something like that.
Now, yesterday, in your testimony, you indicated to us that you'd heard a gate clanging. You remember that?
Yes.
And at the time you heard this gate clanging, you couldn't see which gate that was, could you?
No.
All right. And although you described for us at first the dog that you believe was an Akita barking, were you ever able to see the Akita that night?
Never saw him. No.
All right. But you thought that you recognized that particular bark, having heard it before?
Oh, yes.
And was that the same thing as with the black dog?
Yes, yeah, for sure.
All right. Now, with regard to this case, did you have occasion to hear or see the opening statements in this particular case back in January of 1995?
Yes, I did.
And what did you see it on television, or what did you do?
Yeah. Excuse me. I was home with that.
And you observed it on television?
Yes.
And did you hear statements regarding the times that certain things had happened back out there on Bundy on June 12, 1994?
Oh, yes.
And when you heard those things, how did that affect you?
Sustained.
Very surprised.
Just a moment,
Wait,
sorry,
Mr.
sorry.
Hystra, when an objection is made, and I sustain the objection, you're not to answer the question.
Okay.
Stricken.
When you heard the opening statements, did you at that point make any statements? Can you answer that yes or no?
Sustained.
Did you any
Unite,
time
I
after the opening
always
statements talk
spell
to anybody,
untie as well.
from the prosecution?
Always have.
No, no.
All right. Did you talk to did you make any statements to anybody else at that time?
No.
All right. Now, in this conversation that you had with Mr. Darden, these two gentlemen, did they ever suggest anything to you at all?
Oh, well. No.
All right. And did the subject of where you come from ever come up?
Yes.
Was anything said about that? And may I approach, Your Honor? Maybe approach just a moment regarding this. Maybe approach.
Sustained is hearsay.
Yeah, maybe approach with this.
No, sustained is hearsay.
Well, I want to ask a question. And all right. Well, before I ask the question, I'd like to tell you about that question, I think. All right.
All right, thank you, counsel. Mr. Cochran.
Thank you very kindly, Your Honor. During this conversation that you had with these gentlemen, who did most of the talking from the prosecution side?
Mr. Darden.
All right. Did the other two
No,
men?
no, that's not
Talk it out.
true. Listen,
Very little.
It was mostly Mr. Darden, and you
Yes.
responded.
during his conversation, the guy on the stand with Mr. Darden, you know who did most of the talking? He did. Cochran did. He wasn't even there. He did most of the talking.
All right. Now, I'd like to put one of the boards back up if I can. You have described for us that you were an auto detailer, is that correct?
All right.
And before June 12th of 1994, you had never personally met Mr. O.J. Simpson, had you?
Never, never.
And I think you indicated yesterday, however, that you had had occasion to work and detail cars throughout the Brentwood area. Is that correct?
Right.
Had you ever had occasion to go over and represent or work for a client over on Rockingham?
Yes.
Did you do some work for some clients by the name of the Salingers?
Sure.
And do the Salingers live right next door to where Mr. O.J. Simpson lives?
Yes.
And I want you to just turn briefly, scroll out, and look at 1239 there, which is a defense exhibit, number 1239. And do you see Mr. O.J. Simpson's home on that? And is that a fair and accurate portrayal of his residence as you saw it
Sure.
in times before June 1994?
Right.
And while you're standing there, would you point out and would you show the ladies and gentlemen of the jury where your clients, the Salingers, live?
It makes us go out to the side.
And he's pointing to the house immediately to
Immediately to the south.
south of Mr. Simpson's house. Right. Thank you very kindly. Now, Mr. Had you ever at any time ever even seen O.J. Simpson at any time when you were at the Salingers?
One time, I guess, just one time.
But did you ever talk to him?
Never, no.
All right. Just saw him in passing?
No, you saw me in the yard of Mr. Salinger one time.
All right. That's the only time you ever saw him?
Yeah, yes.
All right. Now, let's take this down. On that particular night, on the night that we've been talking about, June 12th, let's go back for just a moment. described for us yesterday that after you heard these sounds that you described for us yesterday, you continued on through this alley that paralleled Bundy, and at some point you approached and you were trying to go down to Dorothy. Is that correct?
Right.
And at some point you did walk and get to Dorothy. Is that correct?
Yeah. Dorothy.
All right. And so you pointed to Dorothy on People's 26. All right. And at some point, did you ever see any vehicles in and around that area as you got to Dorothy Street that particular night?
Yes. I walked up a little, 2-3 houses up the street.
All right. So that we're clear, Your Honor, I think he's indicating that he had proceeded up Dorothy in the direction of where your house is?
Right.
Okay. Is that right?
Right.
Dedicated eastbound.
Eastbound on Dorothy, as I understand, Your Honor. And at that point, did you see any vehicle at any point?
Well, I looked back to Bundy where the noise came from.
All right.
And there is a street light on the corner of Bundy and Dorothy.
Yes.
And when I was looking there from the commotion, I was listening to there about 2 minutes.
All right. Now, what time would that be now that you're looking back?
Around 11:15.
Okay, about 10:45? All right.
Yeah, right.
Quarter to 11?
Yeah.
All right. And you look back, and now, before that, let me ask you, had you seen any cars at all around that location?
No.
All right. And you look back, did you see any cars at this point, or any traffic out on Bundy, if you could see
Yeah,
Bundy?
2 cars were passing on Bundy, going south and north, I guess.
Okay, 2 cars were passing on Bundy?
Yeah.
Going south, is that correct?
Yeah.
And south would be down toward what street? Toward Wilshire?
It was, yeah.
All right. And could you describe those 2 cars at all?
No, they went fast on Bundy. So I
All
don't
right.
see it.
They were moving kind of quickly, and you
Yeah,
couldn't?
I don't remember that.
And so that we're clear, when you saw these 2 cars, sir, point again to People's 26 and show us generally where you were the time you saw these cars.
About there, about here, about there.
All right. And the cars were going down Bundy, south on Bundy?
Yeah.
All right. And did you see any other car at any point?
Yeah, when I was looking there, I saw from the west side of Dorothy, that's the side of the Nicole's condo,
Yes.
came out of the darkness a white car
All right.
into the light, in the street light on the corner.
And which direction was that car going?
It came from Dorothy, from this side, and it stopped here on the corner of Dorothy and Bundy.
All right. And did that car make a turn, or did it go up Dorothy, or what did it do?
No, it made a turn,
And which direction did it go?
a right turn and went south.
All right. Are you sure that vehicle went south?
Sure.
And that would be toward Wilshire Boulevard?
To Washable Way.
And what color was the car?
A very light color, white or something.
It was light or white?
Yeah, white or something.
All right. Did you see that car very clearly?
Yeah, I could clearly see it there.
All right. How far away were you away from the car?
Oh, there was 50 yards at least.
50 yards?
Yeah.
About 150 feet?
Yeah, absolutely.
And could you see anybody? Could you see whether there was 1, 2, 3 people in that car?
No, nothing.
All right. And why was that? Why couldn't you tell who was
The
in front?
distance, I could never see it.
All right, you were too far away?
Oh, yeah.
Could you describe anything about the person or persons in that car at all?
No.
All right. But is your testimony that car came up Dorothy and then proceeded right to go south on Bundy?
Yeah, I went south on Bundy.
Now, can you describe generally that car and what kind of a car it appeared to be, if you could?
Could be a wagon, a car, Jeep, light car.
Okay, a wagon or Jeep?
Yeah, something around that.
But you can't tell us what kind of wagon or Jeep that was?
No, not really, no.
And to you it appeared to be light in color?
Could be a Blazer or Jeep Cherokee, something like that.
All right. But you don't know what it was, is that right?
No.
Now, when you talked to the police back early in June of 1994, you told them about seeing this vehicle?
Yes.
All right. Did you ever tell the police that vehicle was heading north?
Never, no.
You always told them it was heading south?
South.
So that we're clear, if you proceeded north on Bundy and made a left turn there and going up north on Bundy, would that be going toward Sunset?
Oh, sure.
All right. And south would be going toward Wilshire, is that correct?
Right.
And the Rockingham residence that I showed you earlier, that Rockingham residence is which way? Toward north?
North of Sunset.
So you're sure that all these 3 cars that you saw were going right or south on Bundy, is that
Yeah,
correct?
and south.
Do you recall seeing, you may choose on your seat now.
Yeah?
Do you recall seeing any other cars that you haven't
No.
told us about?
No.
Just the 3 you've now talked
Good,
about?
Mr. Cochran. I've asked Mr. Heister now twice to allow you to finish asking your questions. You're going to have to be a little more precise in how you answer your questions. Mr. Heister, please let Mr. Cochran finish asking you the question before you start to answer. Please. All right.
So, dear.
Sorry.
Do you recall seeing any other cars that night when you were in the location of Dorothy approaching your house?
No.
All right, so that all you saw that night were the 3 cars you now told us about?
Right.
All right. After you saw these 3 cars that were heading south on Bundy, where did you next go? Where did you continue at that point?
I continue to go back home.
All right, and then you continued on to your house that you described for us yesterday?
Yes.
And you got back home right about 11 o'clock? Well, strike that. I'll restate it again. And what time did you get back home?
Well, I stood in front of where I live
Yes.
for a couple of minutes, listened to the commotion of the dogs. They were still barking.
All right.
And all of a sudden they went slower and slower barking, and I went inside.
All right, and what time was that?
What it was about 11 because I turned the TV on the local channels and the news was just starting, was just announcing the news, the local channel.
All right, now, you've come here today and yesterday pursuant to subpoena from the defense,
Yes.
and you don't prefer one side of this lawsuit over the other, do you?
No, not,
Sustained.
Are you here to favor either side in this case at all?
not at all.
Why are you here?
To tell the truth, what I saw and what I heard.
Have you told us the truth here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for coming.
Mr. Darden?
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Jones. Good morning, Mr. Heistra.
Good morning, Mr. Darden.
This is the second time we've said good morning to each other, is that correct?
Did it? Yes, exactly.
Said-
We did just before.
When we came into court this morning, we greeted
Right.
each other?
Yes.
Did I understand you to testify, Mr. Heistra, that when you arrived at the end of the alley at Dorothy, that you saw a vehicle at the corner of Dorothy and Bundy?
When I walked up the street, a few houses, and then I looked back toward Bundy, and then I saw one of the cars coming down from the west side of Dorothy.
Okay. Now, Nicole Simpson's condo is on the west side of Bundy, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay. And Dorothy is just a little bit south of Nicole Brown's condo?
exactly.
Okay. And so the vehicle that you saw then was going west toward Bundy, right?
Yeah, it came to Bundy.
Okay. The vehicle stopped at Bundy?
Yes.
Okay. And this vehicle, Mr. Heistra, it was white, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm white, yeah, very light, very, I would
was
say
a
white.
sport-
I would say white.
Okay. It was a sport utility vehicle, wasn't it?
A sport?
Yeah.
No, it was like a Jeep or a wagon car.
Okay. A four-wheel drive sort of vehicle?
Probably, yes.
It wasn't a car, was it?
It was a car, yes.
Well, was it a car in the sense that it was like a van or a truck?
No, it was like a wagon car, Jeep-like car.
Well, when you talked to the police initially, you told them that you thought that the vehicle might be a Blazer. Is that correct?
Yeah, they asked me if it was a Blazer. It looks like a Blazer car.
Okay. And it did look like a Blazer.
Yeah, that size of the car was it.
I'm sorry?
That kind of size, the size of the car was like a Blazer.
Ford Blazer?
Yeah,
Sustained. It's leading.
I'm sorry. A Chevy Blazer?
I don't know,
You need to
but
stand. The objection. Thank you. Sustained.
I'm sorry.
No further questions.
Okay, and a Blazer is made by Chevrolet?
yes, I guess.
And you also said that it resembled a Ford. Is that correct?
Don't recall that.
Well, did you tell the police that the vehicle resembled a Ford Bronco?
Never.
Overruled.
I said it looks like a wagon, I've told them. A wagon, a Jeep-like car.
Didn't you tell the police that the vehicle looked like a Ford Bronco?
No. No, sir. No, sir.
Were you interviewed by the police, Mr. Heistra?
Yes.
And before we get to that, Mr. Heistra, you've talked to other people about the vehicle that you saw at Bundy and Dorothy that night. Is that correct?
Yes?
You talked to a reporter from Channel 2, didn't you?
Yes.
And didn't you tell that reporter from Channel 2 that the vehicle looks like a Ford Bronco?
I don't recall that. I said it must be a van, a Jeep, or a wagon.
Did you tell the reporter that the vehicle looked like a Ford Bronco?
Don't recall that.
Are you saying that you did not, or are you saying you just don't
I don't
remember if you
recall.
did?
I don't recall.
Did you see yourself on the news this past Monday night, Mr. Heistra?
Just a little shot, yeah, I saw.
Okay. And did you see yourself on the news discussing whether or not the vehicle looked like a Ford Bronco?
No, I just saw a little, just a shot of it when I came home.
And you know someone named Patricia, don't you?
Yeah.
And Patricia works at a veterinarian's office?
Right.
And she is also French, is that correct?
Yeah, she's French.
And you speak French?
I do.
And she speaks French?
Yes.
And you've talked to Patricia
Yes, we talk to each other.
about your observations that night, is that correct?
Yes.
Did you tell Patricia that the vehicle resembled a Ford Bronco?
I told that it was like a wagon car, a big, like a Jeep,
Did you tell Patricia that the vehicle looked like a Ford Bronco?
like a Blazer car. Might have said maybe a Bronco, maybe I don't recall that.
In your opinion, does a Chevy Blazer and a Ford Bronco resemble each other?
They resemble each other, I would say so, yes.
And you do detail cars, is that right?
Right.
And do you detail a Mercedes-Benz for a man named Mr. Field?
Yeah.
You talked to Mr. Field about your observations, is that correct?
Yes, we did.
And didn't you tell Mr. Field that the vehicle you saw was a Ford Bronco?
Could have been a Blazer or Ford Bronco. They resemble.
Mr. Heitstra,
Yeah.
please, sir. Did you tell Mr. Field that the vehicle you saw?
All right, I'm leaving.
like a
I'll be
Ford
right
Bronco.
back.
I
Have
might have
fun.
said that, but I've said
Do
to the
whatever
record
you
it was
want.
a Blazer. Could be a Blazer too.
Mr.
I
Heitstra,
don't know exactly.
did you tell Mr. Field that the vehicle appeared to be a Ford Bronco?
Oh, well. I might have said that probably, but I don't recall that. I said.
You say you might have said that, Mr. Heitstra?
I might have said that he understood that I said it was a Bronco, but I could have said it's like a Blazer or Jeep car,
Did
a
you-
light color car.
Did you use the word Bronco during your conversation with Mr. Field when you described the vehicle you saw?
I don't know. Oh, it might be a long time ago. I don't recall that. Don't recall that at all.
You have given us a detailed account of your walk that night. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And have you attempted to be detailed in your account of what you saw and heard that night?
Can you repeat it again, please?
Have you attempted to provide us with a detailed
Exactly,
account?
yes.
And you've tried to be as accurate as you could possibly be. Is that correct?
I tried to.
Now, the vehicle that you saw make that right turn from Dorothy onto Bundy, that vehicle had tinted windows, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks like tinted windows, yes.
And it had a chrome bumper on the back?
I couldn't see the back, and it's too big distance.
Okay. Did you ever tell anyone that it had a chrome bumper on the back, Mr.
I never
Heitstra?
said that, never said that to anybody. Not that I remember.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I never saw that. I could never see that from the distance.
Okay. So the vehicle was white, and it had tinted windows.
Overruled. Rephrase question, Counsel.
And this vehicle that you saw, when it made that right turn onto Bundy, did you hear the tires screech?
No, that accelerated fast, but I didn't hear the stars. No.
It accelerated fast?
Pretty fast, yeah.
And you noticed that, didn't you?
I did notice that, yes, sure.
And did you consider that unusual at the time?
Overruled.
No, I thought the person was in a hurry, maybe, or something like that.
But did you wonder if that person was in a hurry?
Yeah, it looks like that he was in a hurry.
Did you wonder why that person was in a hurry?
Why?
Yes.
No, no. I don't know. I don't know the driver. I don't know.
Okay. So when this white vehicle that looked like a Bronco with tinted windows,
Sustain. Sustain. Rephrase the question.
did the vehicle look like a Bronco?
I said it again like a Blazer. Could have been a Bronco, maybe. I don't know.
Overruled. Excuse me. Mr. Heitzra, when you hear an objection, don't answer the question. Let the attorney finish asking the question before you start your answer. Pull the microphone close to you, please. Thank you. All right, rephrase the question.
Mr. Heitstra. You testified a little while ago that you are not here to favor either side in this case. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Do you have some financial interest in the outcome of this case, Mr. Heitstra?
Not at all. Not at all.
You planning on making some money by testifying in this case, Mr. Heitstra?
Not at all.
Didn't you tell Patricia Barrett, is that how you pronounce the last name, Barrett?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Didn't you tell Patricia Barrett that when this case is finished, you're going to make a lot of money?
I didn't say that.
Didn't you tell her that?
A lot of money on it. So
And
maybe something might come out of it, but I never said a lot of money on it.
So you think you might make some money as a result of testifying in this case?
Maybe, I don't know.
And you could use a few dollars, right?
Yes,
Okay. The apartment that you live in is located on Dorothy?
right.
Okay. And where in the building is your apartment located?
In the front.
Okay. Now, you mentioned something yesterday about a sub-garage.
It is sub-garage, yeah.
Is your apartment located in the sub-garage?
Right.
And your apartment is a one-room apartment, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you live in that apartment with your two dogs,
Yeah.
your two elderly dogs?
Yeah.
You live there alone
Alone, yes.
with the two dogs?
Right.
And you lived there for 17 years alone with those two dogs?
Yeah.
And the only kind of work you do is washing cars and detailing cars, is that correct?
Yes.
Hold. Never mind.
I mean, and not to demean you, but that is just how you make your living.
Yes.
You have dreams of one day having a lot of money, don't you?
Sustain.
Well, you have a desire.
Everybody, I guess, would have dreamed to have money.
Okay? And you have a desire to one day have enough money to purchase a Rolls Royce, don't you?
No, I don't like Rolls Royces.
Now, Mr. Field is a prominent businessman, is he not?
I guess so, yeah.
Didn't you tell Mr. Field that as a result of this case that you expected to make enough money to purchase a Rolls Royce?
Never said that. I'm not interested in Rolls Royces in the first place. Maybe another car, maybe, that could be it.
Well, the car that you have now is a 63 Corvette,
No, 72 Corvette.
72 Corvette, in poor condition, right?
Pardon?
And it's in poor condition, is that right?
Important?
Poor condition.
Yeah, it's in poor condition. I'm sorry.
So you could use a new car.
Yeah, I wish I had it.
Now, Patricia Barrett, she works at the veterinarian's clinic, is that right?
Right?
And you come in from time to time with your dogs?
Yes.
And do you also wash the cars there for some of the people?
For the doctor, yes.
Okay. So you wash cars in exchange for veterinarian services?
No. They pay me with a check always.
Okay. And so while you're there on occasion, you talk to Patricia Barrett, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you go there every week?
Every other week.
Okay. And you and she talk just about every other week, is that correct?
Not much. She's in the front office and I'm in the back doing the car.
But you always talk with her about the case, don't you?
Sometimes when it comes up, not all the time.
And when you speak to Ms. Barrett about the case, you always speak to her in French.
Well, she starts speaking French always to me, so I answer in French.
You testified that you do some work for the Salingers, is that right?
Right.
And they live next door to O.J. Simpson?
Right.
Okay. And the Salingers have a maid, is that correct? Or they had a maid?
They had a maid, yeah.
And that maid's name was Rosa Lopez, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
And Rosa Lopez is someone who is on the defense witness list, isn't she?
Yes.
Okay. And you have spoken to Rosa Lopez.
Oh, yes. A long time ago.
Sure. You spoke to her about the case, is that correct?
Yeah, we should be talking.
And in response to Mr. Cochran's questions, you told us that you met me on Memorial Day.
I met you on Memorial Day, yes.
Okay. And you talked to Detective Payne, was it, on other occasions?
Well, that's a long time ago I talked to him.
Okay. But I wasn't the first prosecutor to come out to your house and speak to you, was I?
No, it was Mr. Payne when the murders happened that he came to my door.
Okay. Have you ever met Mr. Hodgman out there?
Yes, I met him once.
Can you understand that Mr. Hodgman is with the DA's office?
Yes.
And did you go on a walk with Mr. Hodgman?
No, never.
So both Mr. Hodgman and myself have been out to your house, is that right?
Well, Mr. Hodgman, I met him, he passed by with Mr. Payne in a car,
Okay.
and I was walking my dogs.
Okay. And Mr. Stevens, he's an investigator for my office?
Yeah,
He's been out to your house a couple of times?
never.
He was out there with me, is that correct?
That's the first time.
So all in all, then, you've had, what, 4 visits then from police officers or prosecutors in this case?
Yeah, Mr. Payne, you know, he must have done 3 times or something. 3 times.
But you've also had visits from other lawyers, haven't you?
From whom?
You've been visited by other lawyers in this case, is that correct?
Lawyers?
Yes.
I don't recall, no.
Well, you know F. Lee Bailey?
Oh, yes. I met him, sorry.
You understand that he's a lawyer?
I guess.
Have you met him at your house?
Not in my house,
But you met him somewhere else, is that correct?
right?
Where did you meet him?
I met him down the street on Bundy and Dorothy. He was there with the investigator.
And you spoke to Mr. Bailey?
Yeah, we introduced him to Mr. Bailey.
Okay. But you spoken to Mr. Bailey on a number of occasions, is that correct?
Never, no. Only one time.
Only one time?
One time.
Okay. Who was the investigator that was with Mr. Bailey when you spoke to him?
Mr. McKinnon.
How many times have you spoken to Mr. McKenna?
Oh, about 4 or 5 times at least.
Okay. And you and Mr. McKenna had a little experiment going out there at Bundy, didn't you?
The time I met Mr. Bailey?
How about that time? Did you and Mr. McKenna run a little experiment out there?
No. He came to my door and introduced me to Mr. Bailey.
Oh, Mr.
Down
Bailey
the street. Mr. McKinnon.
Mr. McKenna came to your door,
Yeah.
and he asked you to walk down to the end of the block and meet
Right,
Mr.
right,
Bailey.
right.
You testified yesterday that you heard a gate slam, is that correct?
Yes.
And when you heard that gate slam, well, you say you heard that gate slam. You heard a gate slam.
Right, right.
And when you heard that gate slam, could you just show us where you were exactly when you heard that gate slam?
Here.
Now, Could you just keep the pointer there and come around to the other side? Okay, show us again, please. Okay, so you're in the alley, is that correct?
Right.
In the middle of the alley?
Yeah, just here on the side there, just by the concrete there.
Could you step back up and repeat your answer? My question was, were you in the middle of the alley?
No, just on the side there, not in the middle. I don't recall that exactly. I was standing there.
All right, Mr. Darden, you're referring to defense exhibit.
Yes, Your Honor. Defense Exhibit 1239.
Thank you.
And Mr. Heitstra, this alley is east of Bundy, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in the alley, right?
Right.
Between you and the alley is let's write that, between you and Bundy there's a garage, is that correct?
Yeah, that's a garage in the lane here.
And that garage was in front of you when you heard the gate slam?
Right.
And beyond the house, the garage, or just beyond the garage, and west, going west toward Bundy, there's a house, is that correct?
Yeah, the only garage is on the, that's our house there.
Okay, so there was a garage and a house between
Right.
you and that gate.
Exactly.
And then beyond the house, there's the sidewalk, is that correct?
Yeah, it's on higher level ground than Nicole's property. So you can hear the sound even better there.
Okay, so then there's a garage, a house, and a
Right.
sidewalk between you and that gate at 875 South Bundy.
Right.
And then there's a street, isn't there?
Yeah, there's Bundy, yes.
Okay, and that's a fairly wide street, is it?
Yeah, two lanes, it's a pretty wide street here.
Okay, and then on the opposite side of Bundy, which would be the west side of Bundy,
Right.
there's also grass and a sidewalk.
Yeah, but it's not very big sidewalk, very small.
And the walkway that leads up to the front of 875 South Bundy, correct?
Yeah, that comes out there.
And yet it's your testimony that the gate that you heard slammed that night was the gate at 875 South Bundy, Mr. Heitstra?
Sure, because I was just opposite Nicole's condo. And the ground I told you is a higher level. You can hear the sound even better.
Could you hear, strike that, could you see the gate at 875 South Bundy?
No, the garage and everything, I could never see it.
There was no way for you to see the gate at 875 South Bundy, was there?
Oh, well. It's argumentative, though, the way it's phrased.
Would you agree that it was impossible for you to see the gate from that location?
I could never see the gate then.
Well, how is it then that you formed the opinion that the gate that you heard slam was the gate at 875 South Bundy?
Well, because I passed by with my dogs, and Dakita has been always behind that gate, and I said, boy, that's the gate from Dakita. I was just opposite it.
That's not what you told the police, is it?
Oh, yes, I told him I heard the gate slamming.
You told the police you heard the gate slam.
Yeah, and Mr. Payne said, boy, that must have been Nicole's condo.
And what reason did you give them for forming the opinion that it must have been Nicole Brown's condo?
Because of that commotion with Akita, and I knew he lived there.
Isn't it true that you told the police, and you talked to the police on June 21 of 1994, is that correct?
Yeah, it must be about that age, yes.
Isn't it true that you told the police that in your opinion, the sound of the slamming gate came from Nicole Brown's residence because that is the only one in the area with a large metal security gate?
Well, there is another gate from the neighbors, I guess, have a gate there, but it sounded for me, because of that Akita, I knew I said that must be the gate.
There are several gates
Yeah.
located on the west side of Bundy, is that correct?
Yeah, there is more gates there, yeah.
Several metal gates
Metal gates, yeah.
up and down that street, correct?
Yeah, there's next door, the big condo has one big one, two or something like in 2, 3 of them.
And there are gates in front of 875 and the adjoining condos, is that
The
correct?
joint, yeah, there's, yeah.
And there are gates behind both of those condos, correct?
You mean on the other side and the other side?
Yes.
Yeah, there must be gates there. There are gates there, yeah.
Would you agree that there are approximately 21 gates,
And
metal gates, on the buildings located on the west side of Bundy between Gorham and Dorothy?
I never counted them.
How many would you say there are?
I just noticed the front gates and on Bundy, that's it.
Now, you understand, Mr. Heitstra, we'll strike that. Was it your understanding that the only way you can make money after this case would be if you came here to testify?
No, I never thought about that. I just come here to tell the truth from the both sides.
Okay, but you do admit that you told other people that you hope to make some money off this case when it was over.
Well, but I'm saying, jokingly we talked about it, like everybody would do. You
But
joke about it, I was joking.
But you did say that, didn't you?
I said that, yes, but not a lot of money. I said some money, maybe.
Now, one moment, Charlie. Okay, let me get that. Mr. Heitstra, it's your testimony that you usually walk your dog at 10 o'clock, is that correct?
That's my routine, yes.
But on this particular night, you say you were running a little late.
Yeah, I was reading the paper and I didn't look on the time.
Okay. And so you got up and you left the house.
Yeah, my dog gave me the signal and I looked at my watch and it was 10:15.
You looked at your watch?
Yes.
And your watch said 10:15?
Oh, sure, sure. I knew it because I was late. I said, go, you're all right, we have to go. It's 10:15.
And when you spoke to the police on June 21, 1994, did you tell them that you looked at your watch before leaving?
Sure,
Overruled.
Okay. All right, so it was 10:15 when you walked outside.
absolutely.
Okay. And you took one of the dogs.
Two,
You took both dogs.
both of them.
And were those dogs on leashes?
One, the older one, I take on my leash. He doesn't walk too good, so that.
Isn't it true that you never walk your dogs on a leash?
One and he's never on the leash. The other one is always on the leash. Because he won't come with me. Simple as that.
So you do always walk one of the dogs on a
The
leash?
older one, because he's too slow, I have to pull him with me.
Okay. Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, about this routine, this 10 o'clock routine that you have in terms of walking the dog, isn't it true that you walk those dogs at any given time during the night? Is that correct?
No, sir. No, sir.
Isn't it true that you're always outside walking around with one of those dogs?
When I'm home and I don't work, then I might use other times. But when I work, I come at 6 o'clock and I walk him immediately out.
You walk the dogs at least 4 times a night, don't you?
No, sir. I walk him at 6 o'clock, and then at 8 o'clock I walk the younger dog because he needs more exercise. And then at 10 o'clock, then I walk the two around the block, a short walk around the block.
Don't you walk the dogs at midnight sometimes
No,
on occasion?
never. Midnight, no, I go to sleep.
So no one could possibly see you then out walking a dog at midnight, is that correct?
Sustained. Rephrase the question.
At any event, you say you left at 10:15.
Sure.
And it was your intention at that time to walk around the block, is that correct?
Right?
That's the route you usually walk.
Right.
And so as you left your apartment, you went east on Dorothy,
Yes.
then you went down to the corner.
Right.
By the way, let's strike that. Sometimes you don't actually walk the dog, correct? Sometimes you just let the dogs run around in front of the building, don't you?
The younger one, he stays in front of the building sometimes. He's very disciplined.
And you do that often, don't you?
When I'm home, you let them out, the door's always open for me.
I mean, you let the dogs run around in lieu of taking them for a walk.
Instead of a walk?
Yes.
No.
Okay. All your neighbors complain about you letting those dogs run around in front of the apartment, don't they?
No, he's just in front of my apartment. I never had a complaint from anybody. Never.
Okay. So you leave your building and you walk over to what street did you walk over to?
That night,
Yes.
I went to Westgate.
Okay, you went to Westgate and you made a left. You walked up Westgate, right?
I went north on Westgate.
Okay. And when you got to the corner, what did you do?
On Gorham, I went west on Gorham.
Okay, so you made a left at Gorham and you
Right.
went west.
I went down the block of Gorham.
And you walked over to Bundy, correct?
All right?
And it was as you approached Bundy that you heard a dog barking.
No, it was when I reached the corner of Bundy and Gorham, what comes together. From nowhere, hell broke loose with Akita. From nowhere, he started barking.
That was the first time that you heard the dog barking.
Oh, yes, I was very surprised. No, it was so quiet at night as can be around it.
You hadn't heard the dog barking prior to that.
Sometime before, when I walked with my dogs across the street on Bundy, he was barking behind that gate.
Okay, but let's talk about that night, June 13th.
Oh, that night, sorry, yeah.
Okay, you hadn't heard the dog barking prior to your arrival at the corner.
No,
Is that correct?
absolutely.
Okay. Now, was the barking loud?
Oh, yes, he was panicking or something, or confused.
Now, prior to that, we'll strike that. Was the dog barking at 10:10?
I was still in my apartment. I never heard the dog barking that time.
Okay. And at 10:15, you were approximately a block away from 875 Bundy. Is that correct?
No, 10:15, I left my apartment. 10:15, I was just in front of my apartment.
Okay. So you were about a block away.
A block away, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Now, you don't know whether or not that dog's bark had been softer prior to 10:30.
No, I've never.
Overruled.
Correct?
I never heard it. No, never heard a dog barking.
Okay. Have you heard that saying? You know, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it make noise?
Overruled.
A poor attempt at poetry, if that's what it is. But have you ever heard that saying?
No,
Well, had the dog's bark been softer prior to 10:30,
all right.
you wouldn't have heard it, correct?
Sustained.
No, I never heard.
Wait. Proceed.
You don't know if the dog had been barking prior to your leaving your house, correct?
No, not at all. I didn't hear nothing.
All you can tell us is when you first heard the dog bark. Is that correct?
Exactly.
You don't know where the dog was at 10:15, do you?
Then, no.
10:15. You don't know whether or not the dog was in front of 875 South Bundy at 10:15.
Not at all, no.
You don't know if the dog was upstairs in the condo with Sydney and Justin at 10:15.
No,
Overruled.
You don't know if the dog was at the rear gate at 875 South Bundy at 10:15. Is that
no,
correct?
because I just left my apartment. I don't know, no.
Okay. When dogs are in distress, do they make noises other than just barking?
I guess it's wailing maybe or something, you know.
Did they make a noise that sort of sounds like a cry?
Could be, yeah, sure.
Sounds a bit like a human cry, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You don't know whether or not that Akita was standing over Nicole's body crying at 10:15, do you?
Sustain.
And you can't testify to what other people heard. You can only testify to what you heard. Is that correct?
Oral.
No, that was the only one I've heard that.
I'm sorry?
I was there, I was the only one who heard that, the dog.
Well, my question to you is this. You can't testify to what other people may have heard. You can
Oh,
only
no,
testify.
sorry, no, no.
Now, you didn't see anyone walking on Gorham and Bundy, did you?
Nobody was very quiet there.
You didn't see a woman in white pants walking at Gorham and Bundy?
No, I didn't see anybody.
Did you see a Nissan make a U-turn?
Where, on Bundy?
Yes.
No, there
How
was
about
no
on
traffic at all. There was no traffic at all.
No traffic at all?
When I came down from Gorham, no, nothing.
Okay. No vehicle traffic?
Not that I recall, no.
No pedestrian traffic?
Not at all.
Okay. You didn't see two women standing outside talking about how eerie the night was
On Gorham, you said? Or on Bundy?
on Bundy?
No, because I just arrived on Bundy. I didn't go on Bundy.
How about on Gorham?
No, nobody was there. I didn't see anybody.
I take it that your dogs bark on occasion.
Yeah, sometimes somebody's on the door.
Okay. And has it been your experience that dogs bark and then stop and then bark again?
Oral.
They bark and they stop sometimes, sure.
And then they continue to bark, is that correct?
Yeah, this was an unusual barking.
And the barking that you heard, it sounds as if the dog was in distress, didn't it?
He was surprised. A surprised dog, confused, I would say, something like that.
Now, did you ever tell Mr. Bailey that you hope to make money as a result of testifying in this case?
No,
Did you tell Mr. McKenna that?
no.
Now, you told us that you reached Bundy, you heard the Akita,
Yeah.
turned around, and you proceeded down the alley, is that correct?
Yeah, I decided to go in the alley.
And as you walked south down that alley, you say you heard voices.
Sure.
Now, the first voice that you heard, how did you describe that voice yesterday?
It was, hey, 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 3 times.
Okay. And did you say that that voice sounded like the voice of a young man?
It was a clear voice, yes, it was like a clear voice.
Okay. Did the voice sound like the voice of a young man?
Don't know how young I could be.
Oral.
Can I answer?
No,
Yes.
the answer, you've given an answer.
Okay. I didn't hear it, I'm sorry. Sean. Didn't you tell us yesterday that the voice was a youthful voice?
Yeah, it sounds like a young voice.
Okay. And when you heard that voice, you thought that that was the voice of a young white male, didn't you?
Overruled. Overruled. Counsel, overruled. Sit down. The way the question was phrased, if there's a question or a statement that was made that says that, that's an appropriate question, counsel. Proceed.
The voice sounded like the voice of a white male.
How could I say that's a white male? I don't know the voice. Could be anybody there.
Did you ever tell Mr. Stevens, my investigator, that it sounded like a white man?
No,
Never said that?
I don't not recall that at all. I said it was a clear voice, but never what kind of white or brown or yellow.
And then there was that second voice, correct?
Right.
And that second voice, that voice sounded deeper than the first voice, didn't it?
A little bit, but I couldn't hardly hear it. With the dogs, the commotion of the 2 dogs there, it was very short.
Did you ever tell anyone that the second voice was a deep voice?
It was deep. It was deeper than the other ones. Than that hey, hey, hey.
Okay, so the second voice then was deeper than the first one.
Yeah, a little deeper. Couldn't hardly hear it. It was just very short.
And the second voice that you heard, did it sound to you as if the person with the second voice was older than the person with the first voice?
Sustain. Foundation.
Can you tell us whether or not the second voice sounded more mature than the first voice?
Sustain.
I couldn't say
Foundation.
that.
Hold on.
The second voice that you heard sounded like the voice of a black man, is that correct?
Sustain. Sustain.
Of course not. I don't.
Wait! Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, would you Step into the jury, please. All right, Mr. Heisler, you can step down. Mr. Darden, where are you going with this?
Your Honor, can we have Mr. Hatcher step out, please?
Mr. Heisler, I want you to wait outside.
Thank you for the opportunity to explain my position, Your Honor. Your Honor, in the discovery we just provided to the defense, and in a statement Patricia Barrett gave to Detective Tom Lang, she told Detective Lang that Heitstra told her that he heard what sounded to him to be a young man holler, "Hey, hey, hey." Heitstra had then stated that he heard the very angry screaming of an older man who sounded black. You see? And that is a good faith basis upon which I am asking these questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Cochran?
Well, we've never seen that statement, and the reason I said before I resent that statement. You can't tell by somebody's voice whether they sounded black, and I don't know who made that statement, whether Barrett or Lang or whoever said it, but I resent it because that's a racist statement. You can't tell by listening to someone whether they're black or white or whatever. I don't think you can tell whether somebody's young. You can tell if it's a child or not. But I resent that entire area, and I think it's entirely inappropriate. And we've never seen any statement to that regard. He walked over and handed Mr. Douglas a reported report from Ms. Barrett. But this statement about whether somebody sounds black or white is racist, and I resent it, and that's why I stood and objected. And I think it's totally improper. In America, at this time, in 1995, we have to hear this and endure this.
I didn't make a statement, Your Honor.
Well, may I say one thing? When I had a question about how Mr. Darden conducted himself on that morning, I approached the bench before I asked in front of the jury, because I think dignity and integrity require that. To ask that question in front of the jury, I think is totally, totally improper. And that's we had said back in chambers when this case started, to try it appropriately when there was a question, a questionable area. We had promised you that we would approach the bench on those things. Did we not do that?
We didn't.
And we've kept that word. And they didn't do that, Your Honor. They violated it again. So I resent that.
I've always considered the question of race in this case to be a questionable issue, Your Honor. However, this is the witness's statement, and if the statement is racist, then he is the racist, not me. Okay?
I didn't say
And
he was
clearly,
racist.
I mean, but that's what you're suggesting, and that's what has created a lot of problems for my family and myself. Statements that you make about me and race, Mr. Cochran.
Well, you
and I
stop
would
doing
indicate to
these
the
things.
court.
Wait. I'm going to take a recess right now because I'm so mad at both of you guys. I'm about to hold both of you in contempt. We'll take 15. If I see this conduct again from either of you two,
I apologize.
it'll take more than that. Happens, there will be severe sanctions. The issue before the court is whether or not prosecution can attempt to impeach Mr. Heistra. Mr. Heistra, would you step outside, please? The issue before the court is whether or not the prosecution can attempt to impeach Mr. Heistra's testimony with statements alleged to have been made to other persons that are inconsistent with his statement to the jury here in court. Under 1235 of the Evidence Code, there's required compliance with Evidence Code Section 770 that the person be confronted with and challenged or not released, one or the other. And that appears to be the process that I've seen here. To wave the racism flag at this point, I think, is not germane to the topic. The issue is, was this statement made? The content of the statement, however repugnant, depending on what your interpretation of the statement may be, is not particularly relevant. I've allowed the same type of impeachment for Detective Furman. All right, let's have Mr. Heistra. All right, Mr. Heistra, would you resume the witness stand, please? All right, good morning again, Mr. Heidstra.
Good morning, Judge.
I want you to understand I'm not mad at you, but I have several things on my mind.
Sure.
Would you please let the attorneys finish asking the question before you start to answer? Take a breath.
Abstain is no talking. Shut up.
Correct. All right. Let's have the jurors, please.
That's some water.
Briefly, off the record? Okay.
Foundation, by placing the red statement on the Alamo.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, let the record reflect that we've been rejoined by all the members of our jury panel. Ladies and gentlemen, from time to time, things occur that make it necessary for me to immediately discuss things with the attorneys. I want you to understand that you should ignore any such actions taken by the court. You should not interpret that as an indication that the court has an opinion as to the conduct of the attorneys or as to any of the witnesses who are testifying. Ignore any actions that the court takes. You are to form your own opinions based upon the evidence and the law as is presented to you here in court. Mr. Darden, you may continue with your cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I have People's next in order? And I have here a one-page statement, may be marked People's 500.
All right, People's 500.
Mr. Heidstra, let me show you a statement, single-page document, which has been marked People's 500. For the record, Your Honor, I have blackened out the address and phone number of the
Thank you.
person indicated in the statement. Please.
Mr. Darden.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Heidstra, you've already testified that you know Patricia Barrett, correct?
Oh, correct.
And you have discussed with her in the past your observations and perceptions the night of June 12, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Heidstra, did you tell, let's strike that. You told us that you left your house at 10:15.
Right.
Did you tell Ms. Barrett that you left your house a little after 10?
No. 10:15.
You never told Ms. Barrett that you left your house a little after 10?
No, never.
And you told us that, we'll strike that. Did you tell Ms. Barrett that the first voice that you heard, the voice that yelled, hey, 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 did you tell Ms. Barrett that that voice seemed to be the voice of a young man?
Yeah, clear young man. It sounds like a young adult.
And in response to hey, hey, her, you heard another voice, is that correct?
Very short, yes.
And that second voice, was that voice loud?
Not loud, not very loud.
But you could hear it.
Yeah, over the dogs, the commotion of the dog.
Okay. Could you determine whether or not the second voice that you heard sounded angry?
Couldn't say that for sure. It was like an argument or something.
Well, didn't you tell Ms. Barrett that the second voice that you heard sounded very angry?
Not very angry. I said it was an argument, like an argument. Fast talking.
Now, like everyone, I'm sure you've heard a number of different people speak. Is that correct?
Yes.
Older people, correct?
Sure.
Young people,
Children,
Caucasian people.
black people, Chinese, you name it.
The second voice that you heard, could you tell whether or not that second voice sounded like the voice of an older man?
Maybe, what do you mean about older men? Maybe older than the other person? Maybe, yes, could be.
Okay. Well, was it your opinion that the voice of the second man belonged to a man older than the voice of the first man?
Could be an older man, yes.
And you told Ms. Barrett that the second voice was the voice of an older man, didn't you?
Yeah, something,
You did tell her that. Okay. And were you able to determine the ethnicity of the person who you say was the second voice?
Oh,
no.
Isn't it true that you told Patricia Barrett that the second voice, which would be the older man, sounded black?
Never said it, no. Never said that ever. I couldn't hear that with the noise.
I think we need to approach for a moment, Your Honor.
all right, with court order.
I always miss the best parts.
All right, thank you, counsel. Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you told us earlier, Mr. Heidstra, that you had on occasion done some work for the Salingers, correct?
Oh, yes, regular.
And on the exhibit up here, which is Defense 1239, I believe, the Salinger residence is to the right of the photograph.
Exactly.
And directly next door to the defendant's home on Rockingham. Is that correct?
Right.
And how long have you been working for the Salingers?
Oh, 6 years at least.
And how many times a week would you go up to the Salingers' home to wash or detail their cars?
Every other week, something.
And so you've been going up there every other week for 5 years?
Oh, yes.
Now, had you ever met the defendant, Mr. Simpson? That is prior to June 12, 1994?
You mean Rosa Lopez?
No. The defendant, Mr. Simpson.
Oh, sorry.
Had you ever met him? That is prior to June 12, 1994?
No, I saw him once in the yard, one time in the yard, but never talked to her.
You'd be working out in the yard sometimes, is that right?
I work the garage there next to Mr. Simpson's house.
Okay. The garage is directly next to Mr.
Yeah,
Simpson's
it's
house?
next to Mr. Yeah.
And you have to let me finish talking, otherwise she won't get us both down. And even though you only saw Mr. Simpson once, were there other occasions where you heard his voice?
Never, no.
You never heard Mr. Simpson's voice prior to June 12, 1994?
Never.
But you watch a lot of television, don't
Some sports.
you? You
news.
watch the news?
Yeah.
And have... You watched sports over the years, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your favorite sports?
Soccer, what we call football in Europe.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, ice hockey, basketball.
American football?
Boring.
Wait till you see baseball.
You're right.
Over the years, have you watched Hertz commercials?
You know,
No.
Johnny almost killed the entire case right there. I don't want that testimony in. It's racist. Could you imagine what would have happened in this trial if Judge Ito would have said, you know, you're right. We're not going to allow racist testimony in this trial. This isn't about racism. He would have ruined his entire case with the way he acted right there.
Have you ever seen any infomercials on television?
Not that I remember. I'm not interested in that.
So your testimony then is that you've never heard the defendant's voice prior to June 12, 1994.
No, I never watched football. So doesn't
Have you heard the defendant's voice on anything else?
Maybe I heard one. Maybe the Hertz commercial. I might have heard one time or something.
Okay. Well, you recall that those commercials involving the defendant or Hertz used to run rather often, correct?
Yeah,
They were everywhere.
2 or 3 times. I don't remember.
And the defendant would talk in those commercials. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
And you can recognize the defendant's voice if you hear it, can't you?
Yeah, I can recognize him probably. Yeah, probably.
May I proceed? Your Honor?
Proceed.
You recognize the voice that you heard, the second voice, as the defendant's voice, didn't you?
The second voice I heard in that alley,
Yes, the voice of the older man, the
No.
very angry voice.
could not recognize it. It was too much noise with the dogs. So how can I recognize the voice? I don't know the man.
Mr. Heinstra, didn't you tell Patricia Barrett that the voice that you heard was the voice of the defendant?
Never ever said that.
Didn't you tell Patricia Barrett, quote, I know it was O.J., it had to be him, unquote?
No, I never said that. Absurd. Absurd.
And didn't you tell Ms. Barrett that exact same thing in July of 1994?
I said that to her July.
Didn't you?
I never said that to her. Never, ever. To nobody I've said that.
Yesterday when you were testifying, you told us that you first heard the dog barking at about 10:30 or 10:35. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And after you said 10:30 or 10:35, Mr. Cochran asked you a series of... He doesn't.
Overruled.
And after you first said 10:30 or 10:35, Mr. Cochran asked you a series of questions about what you heard at 10:35. Is that correct?
What I heard 10. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And so when you testified yesterday that you first heard the dog barking at 10:30 or 10:35, what you meant to convey to us was that you were giving us an approximate time. Is that correct?
On that question, this is what he said yesterday.
Overruled. You can answer the
Yes, it was about that time,
Okay.
between 10:30 and 10:35.
Okay. You didn't know the exact time that you first heard the dog barking, did you?
No, exactly on the minute. No.
You didn't look at your watch when you first heard the dog barking.
No,
Okay. By the way, how many watches do you wear?
just one. That's enough.
And after you heard that dog barking, sometime around 10:30 or 10:35, right?
All right.
No. You already testified that you don't know whether the dog had been barking earlier. This is just the first time that you heard the dog barking,
Oh, well.
correct?
Yes.
Then you backed up and you walked down the alleyway.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Then you heard the two voices.
Yes.
correct? When you heard these voices, you didn't hear three voices?
Two voices.
You didn't hear the voices of three men?
No, I heard only two voices.
Just two.
Two voices.
And you continued to walk down the alleyway. Is that correct?
I stopped to listen to the voices for
Now-
a minute.
Okay. Now, to go back to the time for a moment, when you met me on May 29, 1995, that's Memorial Day, right?
Yeah.
You told my investigators, Mr. Stevens and Mr. Thompson, that you heard the dog barking at 10:30. Is that
10:10.
correct? Is that correct?
10:35, 10:30, 10:35.
Okay. But didn't you tell them that you heard the dog barking at 10:30?
Don't recall that.
Do you recall telling them 10:30 and not qualifying that in any shape or form?
Oh. But 10:30, 35. Might have said 10:30, but it was 10:30 and 10:35.
It could have been 10:25 or 10:30, but
No. Never said that.
you never said that.
25, no.
You never said 10:25.
No.
But you never checked your watch after you left the house, correct?
Oh, well.
You never checked your watch after you left the house, did you?
No.
Now, the clock that you looked at when you noted it was 10:15 before leaving the house, where's that clock located?
Not the clock, my watch.
You looked at your watch.
This watch, yes.
And that's a nice watch. Can I just see it for a moment?
Okay.
And that's a Peugeot sports watch, right?
Yes.
And when prior to June 12, 1994, had you set the watch?
It's a battery. I never set it. It goes automatic. I
You never set the watch?
No, never.
What about daylight savings time? When that occurs, do you?
Well, that might have happened. Yeah, I have to change it.
Okay, so you do reset the watch sometime.
Well,
And that watch that you're wearing, that's not a digital watch, is it?
no.
And that watch doesn't have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the face of it, does it?
No.
It has some thin lines.
Yeah, right.
Right? And so when you tell us that you heard the dog barking at 10:30, that's an approximation, isn't it?
I'm not sure what you mean, Kelly.
10:30, 10:35. Around that time.
Could it have been 10:29 or 10:34?
No.
Is that
Well,
what
it
you
could be
mean?
just a little before, but,
Right?
yes, but
Okay.
I know my walk with the dogs.
Okay. Is that what you're basing this timing on, your walks with the dogs?
Exactly as a routine. I do it for years, and I know exactly the time.
Doesn't it only take you 10 minutes to walk to that alley with the dogs?
Where to where?
10 minutes. Doesn't it usually only take 10 minutes to get to that alley when you walk your dogs?
With my old dog who has arthritis, how could I do that? It's impossible.
Are you walking around the block, right?
Around the block, yes.
You're not walking to Santa Monica or someplace like that.
No. The dog takes me a long time. The investigator, you saw my dog, didn't you?
Let me ask you this if I can. Since you work next door to the defendant's home at Rockingham,
Thank you so much. Thank you,
driven
thank
to
you.
the Salingers, right?
Yeah.
Right next door
Did
to the
the
defendant's
thing go
house,
on the
right?
top
Right.
of the screen,
You can drive
though?
from your house to the defendant's house in 4 minutes.
Not during the week.
But how about on a Sunday night?
Rephrase the question.
Well, the traffic is fairly heavy during the week,
Sure.
but that night, that Sunday night, the traffic was very light, wasn't it?
Damn,
Yeah.
that
And the night was
sucks.
very quiet.
Right.
Not much traffic on the street at
It's
all. Right?
connected. It's fine. I don't know why it didn't show up.
No other cars? Other than that, well, you saw 2 cars in this white
I see why.
right.
vehicle.
There we go. There was a little
agree?
check box.
That someone leaving that intersection at Dorothy and
Yes.
Bundy could drive to 360 Rockingham in 4 minutes or less?
Overrule.
If he's speeding, yes, maybe he could do that, yeah.
And the white vehicle that you saw accelerated rapidly as it turned the corner. Is that correct?
Sustain. Rephrase the question.
How would you describe the way the white vehicle took off when it made that right turn at Dorothy and Bundy?
It stopped quickly, and then it accelerated quick into Bundy.
That's how I drive, though. So I didn't murder anybody.
Do you usually watch the same news station every night?
No, mostly it's Channel 7, I guess.
And who was doing the news that night, June 12th, on Channel 7?
Don't remember that. I don't know by name the people.
Is that the channel that you watched? That is Channel 7?
It could have been 7, yeah. It should have been 7, yeah.
Well, is that the channel that you watched the night of June 12th?
I'm quite sure it was, yes, yes.
Now, had you watched the basketball game earlier that day?
Don't remember it was a basketball game. I don't remember that.
You do like basketball, though.
I love it.
You don't recall that the Houston Rockets were playing the championship series that day?
Don't recall. No, absolutely. Yeah. I like it, but I don't recall that at all. I must have watched it.
And you told us that when you got home, they were just announcing the news. Is that correct?
Correct.
They were giving the teaser, sort of letting you know what was coming up on the news that night?
Right, right.
Doesn't that sometimes occur, that is, that teaser, doesn't it sometimes occur before 11 o'clock?
I don't think, no, they were just announcing the 11 o'clock news.
Well, you just told us that they were announcing what was going to be coming up on the 11 o'clock news.
No, no, no.
Hold on. Actually, rephrase the question.
I asked you a moment ago if they were giving the teaser, sort of to let you know what was coming up on the news that night.
No, that was not like that.
And your response to that question was right, right.
No, then I misunderstood you because it was starting. They announced the news. That's my only.
So that the record is clear. Didn't you just testify a moment ago that that you saw the teaser on TV when you came into the house?
Yes.
Oh, I misunderstood that the news was just starting. It was just how they announced the news.
And
It was not that the news was coming. It was already there.
and you don't know who the anchors were that night?
No, no doubt. No, don't remember. I don't know the names.
Now, at some point you realized that Nicole Brown had been killed, murdered, over at the condo, correct?
Sure.
Did you go over there and watch and see what the police were doing over there?
No. I heard it in the morning when I was shaving myself, double murdered on Bundy. And the helicopters were all over Brentwood.
Did you see police cars when you went outside?
No, I heard only the helicopters. I said, what's going on? What's going on? And then I turned the TV on.
And you knew that you'd been over at Bundy and,
Oh, yes, when I turned the TV on and I saw the news and the gate, I was in shock. I said, that's what happened last night.
and you realized then that you'd heard someone yelling, hey, 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 and the very angry voice of an older black man.
No
correct?
black man, sir.
Sustain. Rephrase the question.
Well, you realized that you'd heard someone yelling, hey, 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 in a second voice, correct?
Yeah.
And you realized then, I take it, that
Did he
You heard
say
these
it's
noises coming
Fat
from
Albert after he
875
said
South
that?
Bundy, right?
Yeah.
And you knew that you'd heard this gate slam at 875 South Bundy, right?
Right?
And you knew Nicole Brown lived there, right?
Yeah, I've seen her before there.
You knew she was murdered, right?
Yeah.
You knew the police were investigating the murder,
Right?
and I take it that you went over and you talked to the police.
I didn't talk to the police there, no.
You didn't go over to the police officers and tell them what you'd heard?
No?
You didn't telephone the police station?
No. It came to that Patty, that secretary.
Patricia
called-
Barrett?
Patricia, sorry. Yeah.
The first person you told anything about this was Patricia Barrett?
No, her boss, the doctor, and he gave it to her, told her because she was a friend of Goldman. She told me, so she called the detectives up that she had somebody who knows had the information. So they.
Did you watch any news stations other than Channel 7?
Yes, something other ones do.
Did you watch Channel 9,
Not too much, no.
13, 11?
No, mostly the 2, 4, and 7, and CNN.
Okay. Is it possible that the station you watched that night, that Sunday night, was not Channel 7?
No, I'm not quite sure it was 7.
I mean, you said you're quite sure? You're positive?
Yeah. Not possible, but it was quite sure. That's always I watch it at night, 7.
Well, when you say that you're quite sure and not positive, does that mean then that you have some question in your own mind as to which station it was that you watched?
No, that's always it's Channel 7 for me to watch it.
Well, if you always watch Channel 7 News,
Most of the time, yes.
if you usually watch Channel 7 News,
Yeah.
then you must know who the anchors are on the weekends, right?
We've asked the question already.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Heister, you expected to be called by the prosecution in this case, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought so, but they would call me.
And when I say called, you
Subpoena.
expected to be called to testify in this trial as a prosecution witness, is that correct?
Sure.
And when you realized that you were not going to be called to testify, you were surprised, is that right?
Yeah, I was very surprised about it, because they called me a crucial witness.
Somebody called you a crucial witness?
Yes.
A critical
Other
witness?
people call you
Crucial
other
witness.
things, though.
Mr. Bailey called you a critical witness, didn't he?
Don't recall that at all.
Pardon me?
I don't recall that.
Well, don't you have in your possession a letter that Mr. Bailey gave you?
Yeah, that's the letter.
It's an 8.5 by
Yeah,
10 letter?
right. It's in a plastic.
It's a letter from Mr. Bailey to you?
Yeah, it said Robert.
Do you have that letter here with you today?
No.
Did you have that letter laminated, Mr. Heister?
No, they gave it to me like that.
They gave you a laminated letter?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No idea.
At any event, you expected that you could make some money in this case, as a result of this case, if you were called to testify by the prosecution, is that correct?
Yes.
And in fact, didn't you tell Mr. Field that someone in the DA's office told you can make money?
Nobody, DA, nobody told me that.
Did no one in the DA's office ever told you can make money if you testify in this case?
No, I talked only to Mr. Payne, and he never told me that.
Didn't you tell Mr. Field that someone in the DA's office told you can make money?
I never told Mr. Field that at all.
And isn't it true, Mr. Heister, that after you realized that you wouldn't be called by the prosecution, that you decided that you would do whatever you could to make sure you were called by the defense in this case?
Not at all, not at all.
Well, after I visited you on May 29, 1995,
Yes.
you telephoned the defense, didn't you?
Sure, yes.
And you told the defense that I'd been there.
Sure.
And you told the defense you didn't like me very much.
No, you were not very pleasant with me.
Can I use that word, Your Honor?
Unpleasant?
The other word.
Yes, you may.
You told the defense that you weren't.
Not impressed. You were not very pleasant, very cool with me.
You told the defense that I was an ass. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Hold
did you tell?
Hold on, why don't you confer with Mr. Cochran for a moment?
Thank you. Your witness. I apologize. No, your witness.
Mr. Darden?
Yes. Sorry. Did you tell Patricia Barrett that you thought I was an asshole?
Never said that at all.
Did you tell Patricia Barrett that you were going to come here and testify
You want me to answer?
as a witness subpoenaed by the defense?
Yes.
And you were going to help the defendant by your testimony?
Give my testimony. I didn't say help. I said just give the truth, what I know.
And you told Ms. Barrett that you expected the defendant to show you his appreciation, didn't you?
Not at all. I was on their side, so I guess they appreciate that I was on their side.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that answer?
That I believe that they appreciated that I was on their side, that I testified for them.
Didn't you tell Ms. Barrett that he, O.J. Simpson, is going to kiss you when he gets out of prison?
I don't know what she gets it from. This is absurd. Absurd.
And you told Ms. Barrett that you're going to be his witness, the defendant's witness, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I was on the side of the subpoenaed by the defense.
And you told Ms. Barrett that it's because of you that the defendant is going to go free, didn't you?
How do I know that? Could I know that?
And you told Ms. Barrett, quote, I'm going to make money when all of this is finished.
Oh, it's a joke. We tell that. He said, maybe I make some money.
Mr. Heistra. Jeez. Regardless of whether you heard the dog bark at 10:35, 10:30, or 10:40, there's still sufficient time for someone to drive from 875 Bundy.
Sustained.
If someone left 875 South Bundy at 10:35, they have enough time to drive to 360 North Rockingham and arrive by 10:52.
Overruled. Overruled. He's familiar with the two locations.
Yes?
Yes, he could do it, yes, sir.
You could arrive there by 10:45, correct?
Right, yes.
I have one moment, Your Honor. I'm almost done. And did you read those notes after Mr. McKenna took them?
No.
Did Mr. McKenna record your statement?
I never saw that. No, I don't think so.
Each time that you saw Mr. McKenna, did he take notes?
No.
Is it fair to say that after we failed to call you to testify in our case, that you then decided that you would go over to the defense?
No, they came to me. I never decided myself.
Have you ever had any fights or arguments with Patricia Barrett?
No. Only one thing I don't like from her is that when I come in the office, she speaks always French to me in front of other people who speak English, and I think it's very rude, and I didn't like that at all.
Okay. You're French, and she speaks French to you, and you don't
Yeah,
like
in front of customers and people, and I don't like that at all. It's pretty rude.
And when you spoke to Mr. Thompson and Mr. Stevens, my investigators, and myself on May 29, you told us that the vehicle you saw was a white Bronco or a Blazer. Is
I
that
didn't say
correct?
Bronco. It looks like a wagon, Blazer-like car, like I said in the testimony.
And Mr. Field, the man whose Mercedes you detail
Yeah,
detail
right.
that on occasion?
Yeah.
He lives in Beverly Hills?
In Malibu and Westwood, he has a place.
Oh, he has two homes?
Yeah, he has a condo in Westwood.
And you have spoken to him about your observations that night, is that correct?
Yeah, a long time ago, wasn't it?
And didn't you tell Mr. Field that the vehicle that you saw that night was a white Bronco?
I said a white car, a white Blazer. I never said that. I can't recall that at all. If he interpreted that that it was a Bronco, that is his.
I asked you earlier if you'd been interviewed in the media, and you told me that you had, is that correct?
Pardon?
You've been interviewed for television?
Yeah, earlier on, after the murders.
Were you interviewed this past week?
No,
Have you been interviewed by reporters from Channel 2?
no. Well, a long time ago.
Okay. Who was that?
Oh, that was just after Mr. Cochran mentioned my name in the opening statement of the trial.
Have you been interviewed by newspaper reporters?
Yeah, one Newsweek.
Okay. And you've actually had your photograph in Life magazine?
Yeah, that was a surprise for me.
A photographer came by from Life magazine?
No, I never saw him. He took a picture for me and the dogs, walking the dogs. With Mr. McKenna. We were going around the block for the timing.
Anything else?
No, he's a witness for the defense, and Darden is saying that he's mad at the prosecution for not calling him, and the defense promised he would get money to testify, and he's trying to say that he changed his testimony.
May I approach you?
You may.
Now, while you're down, of course, Commissioner, thank you very much. In one of Mr. Darden's questions, sir, he asked you this white vehicle that you described.
Right.
And I'm going to go back and ask you what you told the police on June 21st regarding this vehicle. Remember talking to Payne at that time?
Yeah, right.
All right. And at that time, Mr. Darden asked you a question. Was that vehicle, the white vehicle, which was the third in the vehicles you saw,
Right.
was that vehicle going eastbound on Dorothy?
Eastbound, yeah, it came to the Bundy. East, yeah.
Yeah.
He came here, on this side, so he went east, yeah.
It was going eastbound on Dorothy. So when it got to Bundy,
Right.
in which direction did it turn on Bundy?
It went south on that, he made a right turn.
So it made a right turn on Bundy, is that correct?
Exactly. Right away.
All right, and so that if we were to look at the diagram at Plaintiff's 26, you're talking about it going eastbound,
Stop there, yeah.
and then turning right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And sir, is that direction away from Mr. O.J. Simpson's home?
It's away.
All right, you were going to go to O.J. Simpson's home from that location. You wouldn't go down to Wilshire, would you?
Then go north, I guess.
You'd go north toward Sunset, isn't that correct?
Right.
And that's what you saw, is that correct?
It went south.
And that's what you told the police, isn't that right?
Yeah.
All right, let me resume your seat, sir. Now, sir, Mr. Darden asked you a number of questions, and one of the questions he asked you was about a letter or something that you received from Mr. Bailey. You recall that?
Yeah, Mr. McKenna gave it to me, so
Right.
I was submitted.
And I'm going to mark this as defendant's next in order, Your Honor. Show it to the prosecutor, and then I'd like to mark it as our next in order.
1240.
Thank you. Placing a 1240 on this, Your Honor, and I'm going to ask the witness a couple of questions, and then I want to place it on the elbow if I might. This, I want to show you whether or not this appears to be a copy of the letter that Mr. Bailey gave you. It says, "Dear Robert."
Right.
Does that appear to be a copy of the letter?
Yeah, that's
Signed by F. Lee Bailey?
Yeah.
All right. Your Honor, I'd like to place this on the elbow and ask some questions about it.
356. Proceed.
Place it on the elbow, please. Can you look at that monitor there?
Right.
This was a letter after you were subpoenaed. Mr. McKenna gave you this letter. Is that correct?
Yeah,
And do you recall that the letter indicated as follows? Dear Robert, that's your name, right?
that's my name.
Robert, if you want to speak French.
Très bien.
All right. We would like to thank you very kindly for taking the time to assist us in enabling you to present your testimony in a manner which will afford our jury the best opportunity to comprehend and understand your testimony very clearly. Is that what the letter
Right,
indicated?
exactly,
All
yeah.
right. Second paragraph, in order to prevent any claim or concern that the testimony of one witness has been influenced by the recollections of another witness, we are requesting that you avoid contact with other witnesses who have information about occurrences in the vicinity of Dorothy and South Bundy between 10 and 11 o'clock p.m. on June 12, 1994. Did I
Right,
say that?
Correct.
Indeed, it would be best, if it is convenient in your own particular circumstances, to discuss your recollections of these events with no one but the lawyers and investigators for both sides.
Right.
Your letter said that?
Exactly.
We do not wish to be presumptuous or rude in any way. However, your testimony is so critical to Mr. Simpson's defense, we wish to take every precaution to protect it from any external influences. Is that what it indicated?
Exactly, that's it.
We appreciate your understanding of these circumstances. Is that correct?
Right.
And that letter then was signed by Bailey, F. Lee Bailey, right?
Right.
All right. Now, that's a letter that you got as a witness in this case. Is that correct?
Exactly, yes.
And did you try and avoid discussing your testimony with
sure.
other people who had been in and around that area?
Sure.
All right. Now, you've been asked a number of questions by Mr. Darden today, and you asked some questions about a lady by the name of Patricia Barrett. Let's take her first. Is Patricia Barrett a French lady?
She's French. She speaks fluent French. That's what she
Speaks French?
Yeah.
And when you're around her and when you talk to her, is your testimony she speaks French only?
Yeah, I don't like it.
All right, and you don't like that. And so that when others are around, when she's talking to you, unless they speak French, they don't know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I think that's rude. I don't like it.
All right. Now, with regard to Miss Barrett, was she a friend of Ron Goldman's?
She claims that to me.
All right, she claims she's a friend of Ron Goldman.
Yeah.
And with regard to her, since this case happened, June 12th, June 13th, 1994, has this lady sold her story and appeared on...
Sustain.
Oh, here goes to Ice. May I be heard on this? Have you heard on this?
Sidebar.
What's it with this sidebar? If there's an objection and the judge sustains it, then that's it. That's it. You need to stop, sir. Well, we're not going to make it to 2 hours today. We're going to make it to an hour and 59 minutes because of this stupid sidebar. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out today, guys. I really appreciate it. I shall see you again tomorrow for more Judge Shackelford as a lawyer. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.